Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy M.K.S here. Hope everyone's well. Back here with a video. Uh, Normally when I wake up in the morning, my plan is, or from the night before, my plan, if I can, I try and think of a list of, I don't know why I picked this number, but 30 of my 30 ideas or 30 things I'd like to do. And I know obviously there's only 24 hours in a day, so I try and do as many as I can on that day, and then over time I hope to achieve as many of these things as possible. So like say for instance I have plans for like Mondays. I try and stick to those plans every Monday. So whatever I don't do this Monday, I try and do next Monday. Today being Tuesday, whatever I don't do on Tuesday, I do ASAP really on some other Tuesday. But so anyway, that's normally how I sort of plan things out. And I normally like to wake up like on Monday and Friday. I like to be more flexible, but generally speaking, I generally try and wake up about 8 or 9, and like possibly have some breakfast, and then sorry for the life story, but if you find it at least a little bit interesting. But and then do some writing or something like that. And like if the weather's nice, like it's been recent here in the UK, maybe do some writing outside in the garden. I was thinking about recently, like to get some fresh air and go out in the garden. But unfortunately, that's the plan. But unfortunately, normally I tend to wake up quite late. So today I didn't wake up till like 11:30. But so a lot of time when I do wake up, if I'm really tired and I can't decide which of my notebooks to write on and all that sort of thing, because I've got so many, I normally try and go on Word and write my plans for the day ahead. And again, I try and have I write up like 3 lots of 10 plans, if you know what I mean. So just like I do on these YouTube videos, but this time I've done it in reverse order. Like as soon as I got up, I sort of went straight in. I thought I'd make some YouTube videos and go and talk about my plans. Part of me was thinking I probably should put it on Word first, because then at least I could plan it and hopefully not be like saying too much and not remembering my plans. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this video as ever, as I always do. Hope you enjoy it. A lot of noise being made outside. But yeah, so I want to talk about my plans that I have for today. I know I'm probably most likely, especially because I woke up late, not going to get most of these things done. But mainly, I'm hoping to focus on business or banking in it across Asia, and like finding out as much information as possible. So anyway, I don't want to laugh too much. So I'm going to try and get on with the list so I can hopefully do it, get it done within like a short time frame, so the video is not too long. And some people say all my videos are about lists, but I don't think that's true. I think I have varied them quite a bit. So like my last video I made wasn't my list. I probably should have done the opposite order, but anywho, so number 1, I hope to find out as much as I can. I hope to focus on how to support Asian entrepreneurs, especially in Asia itself, but also around the diaspora. So I hope to do as much as I can. Whatever I don't do today, perhaps I can do either next Tuesday or ASAP, because I'm hoping to focus on Asian empowerment for the next till July. So still got a fair amount of time. I don't know how many Tuesdays are available till that time, but and then some more in August, and then again I've always got next year. But I do hope to think of ways to empower them as much as possible. Number 2, I hope to learn, on that note, as much information as possible about Asian entrepreneurs. Again, I appreciate any, just like I said in my last video, I appreciate any like comments or any links or sharing of information, about Asian entrepreneurs in this case, especially people that stick on topic. I hope they'll stick to the topic of Asian entrepreneurship, but any information they can about Asian entrepreneurs, Asian entrepreneurship and things like that. And hope to learn as much as I can and how to empower them, and also hope people share ideas about how to empower Asian entrepreneurs, and not be arrogant enough to believe that I have all the ideas or all the answers on. Obviously, I mean, a lot of people are much more experienced than me. They've already run businesses and they can talk about how to empower Asian entrepreneurs. Also, a lot of people can do it a lot better than me, but I'm just I have a lot of ideas, but in the past I used to think like, or I'm the only one with those ideas, but obviously, lots of people have ideas, and some are better than others. And I'm sure many people have ideas as good, or if not better than mine, if I'm honest. if I think about it, whether I like it or not. And even if they don't, I'm sure they'll have ideas that I haven't thought about. So even if it's probably gonna be beneficial if we collaborate. So hopefully we'll work together. On that note, I hope to like build pan-Asianism, and also like how Asian nations can learn from each other and the rest of the world to empower their enterprise and entrepreneurs, like how to make like what India can learn from China and vice versa, about how they make business more easier for their own people, but also like bringing in overseas investment, and how they can encourage banks to invest in Asian entrepreneurs and startups and things like that, and how they can help Asian businesses, existing businesses, to grow as well. Number three, I often talk about how like a lot of these lists are like based on patterns. Sometimes I like to change it if I can, or mix up a bit, especially on different days, as I say. But just to keep it hopefully at least a little bit interesting. But I talked before about how I hope to give freebies away to parts of Asia, which I'm talking about now. Like I hope to organise my plans and maybe discuss with my siblings what ideas I have, for hopefully have the confidence to discuss my ideas a bit more. Like in the past, I was probably a bit shy, and sometimes I think my ideas are really quirky. So, well, I know my ideas are really quirky, but it's like sometimes I wonder if other people will understand my ideas and understand my vision. So, but I'm hoping to get the confidence to say like what sort of things I want to give away, and like in the long term, I hope to give away as much as possible to support Asian entrepreneurship and things like that. And yeah, so everything I own really in the future, perhaps. Well, unless I need it really badly. So unless like obviously clothes or food, but even like probably leaving stuff for Asia in my will and things like that. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's like sort of freebies and how we can help them and fundraise. And like if I in the future, like if my YouTube videos make enough money, hopefully in the future, all being well, that's the plan anyway. I can donate to use that money to donate to projects across Asia, and also like if I have enough money, obviously to send direct debits and things like that to support Asian projects. So like, let's say if I was in the position to send £1 a day, if enough people do that, that adds up. And also £1 a day probably means a lot. Like some people in some of these countries only earn about £1 a day, so or not much more than that at least. And so especially it can go into pots that help children. Like every little bit helps, and that's quite a lot of money. So in a way, when you think about it. But if more people do stuff like that, then and it goes towards specific things that educate them, empower them, things they're going to use. Hope that makes sense. I say. Number four, I say I hope to build pan-Asianism as much as possible, and people from the diaspora, as I say, supporting them. And I know sometimes if I'm honest, I could probably be a bit prejudiced or sexist myself, so probably to make up for that. But I think it would also be interesting. Maybe I'm jumping on the bandwagon of supporting female entrepreneurship, but I think like projects that support female entrepreneurs in Asia, especially like even young girls to learn about business and things like that, I think would be really great. And when I think of like my mum, who's Asian, to be honest, as much as we wind each other up and things like that, she has looked after me for all these years. So it's like probably partly at least in honour of my mum as well, like who's, as I say, of Asian background, especially India, where my mum is originally from. I talked before about how my mum's from the part of India that's now Pakistan. But yeah, supporting projects in those sort of regions, especially, but also all over Asia, but for female entrepreneurship, and also where young girls are treated so badly as well, to empower them. Hope I'm not waffling too much, as I say, but conscious this video is going to be a bit long, so I'm going to try and get on with the list. Number 5, so yeah, I basically hope to stick to that and focus on that as much as possible. I'm trying to focus. Like, if I go for a walk, I hope to think of these goals that I have for empowering, and think about why I want to do what I want to do and how I plan to do so. Like, I'm hoping like if I support Asian YouTubers, and which is another group I want to support actually, come to think of it, and sort of give them views, and also like help Asian entrepreneurship to trend. Maybe people see, maybe it will encourage other people to invest in Asia as well. I hope that, as I say, I'd love to hear any other alternative ideas or suggestions of how you think there are better ways to empower people from Asia and things like that. But I think at least it's good to give it a go, give it an effort. And maybe I'm being naive, but I think it's worth giving it a shot. 6, I hope to do the best I can. Again, I go through these patterns and like 6 as a biblical number, like work for 6 days and rest on 7. So that's why I say 6. Like, hope to do the best I can, and also hope to help Asians to achieve their full potential, as I say, especially in Asia itself, and possibly to learn about successes from people from the diaspora, like in Indian and Chinese and other such Asian groups around the world, and how they've become the model minority and have run great businesses in Western countries, and how that could perhaps inspire or motivate other people. 7, hope not to take too many breaks, but sometimes I need to perhaps rest or take a break now and then. But yeah, I'm hoping to keep going if I can as much as possible. 8, I was thinking like at least if the age, like hopefully develop a passion for sport, Asian entrepreneurship, and I was thinking as well like Asian nations, if they have less conflict with each other, like maybe even have an agreement where they don't go to war with each other, or they don't fight each other, or have conflicts when they support each other politically. I think they could do a lot better more quickly, because even if their economies like China and India are the fastest growing, I think they could grow even faster if they work together and learn from each other. So I hope to encourage Asian nations to work together and love each other and promote Pan-Asianism and things like that. And again, people from the diaspora and people of colour generally, as white supremacists say as well. So I think like you should support each other, as I talked about before. Number 9, I hope to again look at how mentors or people like that, role models, could perhaps go to Asia and talk about how to help Asian businesses to learn how to plan, structure their businesses, and prioritize and just organize themselves, organize their time. And number 10, I hope to support young people to learn about business in Asia and get into business and get into interest in business, and get as many people as possible to encourage them, and also especially girls, to learn about business and become empowered and believe in themselves enough to run their own businesses and things like that. I hope this made sense, and I hope I didn't waffle too much, and I'd love to know what you think. But at least I gave my best shot. So anyway, hope you look out for part 2 and 3. Thanks for watching if you have done so. Peace out.